Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Patashala video series where the mysteries of Linux and various cloud technologies are unlocked and the secrets of its commands revealed to you. So let's embark on a thrilling journey through the world of Linux fundamentals. With every step, we dwell deeper into the heart of Linux, uncovering powerful commands that will make you a master of the command line. In this episode, we are in part 11 of the series, wherein we would be discussing various commands like htop, wc, ps, and uptime. The first command that we would be discussing is htop. The htop command is an interactive program that monitors system resources and server processes in real time. It is available in most Linux distributions and can be installed using different package managers. Compared to the top command, htop has many improvements and additional features such as mouse operations and visual indicators. To use it, run the following commands. You could say htop. We could also use some options. Options are -d shows the delay between the updates in tenth of a second. -C would give you a no color monochromatic view of the output. -h would display the help message and exit. Let's look at the practical for this. For this, I would be going into my Ubuntu server that's running on my virtual machine. I'll say htop, and this would give you a better visually helpful way of looking at the stuff. So if you see, my CPU is just hovering around 1 to 1.5%. The memory is bit consumed. We have consumed about 165 megabytes of memory out of 1.9, that is 2 GB allocated to it. The swap is also very less, and we also have a list of IDs that you already have. And with the mouse, I could also figure out and point out the resources, and I could also get into individual things like this. So I could also go into filters using the function F4 commands and stuff like that, and this would take me to a lot of other things. When compared to the top command gives you a very holistic picture of an old school way of showing you the resource utilization. This also shows the exact same things, but htop command would give you a very pictorial representation of how this can be seen on a very good manner. So you could also select memory, and this would actually give you a list of all the filters using the memory which is using most of the memory. You could also filter using which is using most of the CPU. Similarly, you could just filter out using the process IDs or the user who is executing it and stuff like that. You could also filter out services which are running from the very beginning. So as you see, the root, the process ID 1, which is the first process ID which is actually started when a Linux server comes up, is the one which is running for the most amount of time. So this is about the htop command. The next command that we would be looking into is ps. Now we already saw some action of ps command in the previous video. If you're not checked that out, I would strongly recommend you to go and check the previous video wherein we actually used the ps command, though we could not get any output out of it. So the process status or ps command produces a snapshot of all the running processes in your system. The static results are taken from a virtual file in the /proc file system. Executing the ps command without an option or argument will list the running processes in the shell along with the PID, the TTY, that is the type of terminal, and the running time, and the command which was used to launch the process. Some of the acceptable options that can be used is -t, -u, and -a. We obviously would be using some other flags. So let's quickly jump into this, and I'll clear the screen. I'll just run ps, and this would give me the basic options that I have. So these are the two shells that are actually running at the time of recording. If I say ps-ef, so this would give me a very elaborate list of all the things that are running. So as you see, this is the user which was used to run it. This is the PID that was used to run it. That is the time from which it has been up, and the system command or the actual command line that was used to run the process. So a very small example would be if I say sleep for 1000 seconds and give you an ampersand, and if I do a ps-ef this time, you would see that my sleep command is running with the process ID 49954. And as you see, this is the exact same PID that we got when we ran this with ampersand. Now, if you're not aware of what ampersand is doing over here, strongly recommend you to watch one of our older videos wherein we discuss jobs in Linux, which is using the ampersand sign to run this command in the background. So this is about the PS command, very useful in getting the services. And once we get the process ID from the PS command, we could use the kill-9 command that we have also discussed earlier to kill the process. And if you see, now we would not be having a ps-ef with the sleep command. So this has already killed the command. So this is where ps-ef is extensively used on a day-to-day basis for all Linux administrators to see which processes are running on the server. The next command that we would be looking into is wc. Now wc stands for word count. Command line in Linux is used to display the number of lines, words and characters in a file or input from a pipeline. In simple words, command line tool that can be used to quickly get the information about the size of the file or the number of words in a text file. Examples are, if you want to get the number of characters that are there, number of lines, words and characters, so wc and the file name would give you a list of all the things. wc-l would give you a list of all the lines that are there. wc-w would give you a list of all the words that are there in the file. If you want to count the number of characters in a file, you could use the flag -m. And if you want to get a number of lines from multiple files, you could say wc-l and then a list of all the files that we have. So let's quickly look at the practical example of how this can be checked. So if you see, I have some files txt, and if you see that I have a file called as texting.txt, and this has some lines that are attached to this. What I can do is say wc-l and then give the name of the file, which would give me the number of lines that are there on the file. If I just say wc and then the name of the file, this would give me the number of lines that are there on the file, the number of words that are there on the file, and the number of characters that are there in this file. So this is how you would use wc-l. I could say wc-m and this file name, and this would give me a list of all the characters that are there on the file. If I want to get a list of all the words that are there on the file, I would say wc-w, and this would give me number of words that are there on this file. So this is about word count, a very useful tool to understand if you have downloaded or got all the list of entries that when you are copying it from one server to the another, and many others like this. The next command that we would be looking into is uptime. It is used to find out how long the system is active, running. This command returns set of values that involve the current time and the amount of time system is in the running state, the number of users currently logged in, and the load time from the past 1, 5 and 15 minutes respectively. The options include -p, which would give you a pretty output or a formatted output of this. -h would give you the help display output. -s would give you time up since the system was up, and -v would give you the version of it. I'll quickly type the command uptime to see what outputs we are getting on this system. So if you see, the uptime is about 42 minutes. The local time on the server is 7:51:24, that is 7 hours 51 minutes 24 seconds. The number of users that are logged into this server is 1, and the load average for this is 0.0. 0.02 for the last 5 minutes, and for the last 15 minutes it is 0.10. So that means the load average is very, very minimal, because I'm not performing any other operations on the server and just using it for the purpose of the tutorials. So this is the uptime command. This would give you a very detailed understanding of how much time the system has been up by using this parameter. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you like this short and quick video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, request you to hit the subscribe button, which would encourage us to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Keep having a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.